Do you want to come back here and sit and read books? Or just
Good morning, everybody.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning. Are live with Mama Tribe.
We are finally live, a little bit late, but hey, we rocked it. We're here.
Yes. 5 minutes. 5 minutes, right?
Whatever. I'm pretty much always late to 15 minutes every play date I go to, so.
There's a window. That's a normal window.
Right.
Thank you.
There's got to be a mom window. There has to be a mom window.
All moms know the mom window.
Right. Hello.
Woo-hoo! We got a superhero here.
Always. Superhero pajamas, but superhero nonetheless.
Yeah. So, MJ, why don't you tell us who's here with us today?
Okay, so we have Miss Melissa Lang Lytle. Let me bring the camera on her. We've had her on the show before, all the way up there in Seattle. She's on the internet with us, though.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, we're so excited that we had. I think it was like over a month ago now that we had you on.
Yes. Yes.
So yeah, I wanted to bring you on because you are going to be my guest for All Things Crunchy when we talk about raising our kids who love superheroes. And I'm like trying to figure out what I want to ask you just as a sneak peek today because we're not giving away everything. But I have so many questions and I don't even know which one to ask. But I'm so excited. I'm really excited about this episode. I'm like, I need it. So, yeah, and then, of course, we'll probably just chat about whatever we always do. We have lovely conversation.
Right.
And, yeah, and then we've got, and, of course, you got little Milo there, right?
I have Milo.
Yay. Love it. All right. And then we also have Miss Rachel Keller. Yogi Mama extraordinaire, looking fine this morning, getting her yoga on for us.
That's right. So excited to be here.
Yes, yes. I'm so excited that we made this demo happen because I actually did yoga this morning already. But wow,
it's a miracle I did. My day is so far.
What's that?
That it's a miracle I even bathed. My day so far has been like chaos unloaded.
Uh-oh. Well, hopefully this start of the day will make it a little better.
Yeah, hanging out with my mamas is always good, so.
Yeah. Good way to start the day.
Yeah.
So, well, let's just chat a little. Does anybody have anything that's been going on in their Mama Tribe? I have just a few things that I wanted to shout out about.
Why don't you go ahead and then we'll give Melissa a turn and we'll go through the ranks.
Cool. Okay. So I have to give a shout out to my sister-in-law who is 48 years old today and does not look like she's 48 years old.
Happy birthday.
So, yeah. Happy birthday, Miss Bonnie. And my brother actually, that's his wife. He had a birthday 2 days ago. So happy belated birthday to my brother.
Aww.
And Melissa, you got anything?
Well, you know, not necessarily anything. I think yesterday my little sweet Benjamin wasn't feeling so great, so we kind of just wiped everything off the calendar and just did the same exact thing today. So we're laying low and relaxing and just bringing on the chill.
Awesome. Love it. Yay. Okay, I will, sweetie. Can you give me one moment?
How about you, Rachel? What's going on with you?
Oh, we just went to Colorado to visit family, met my niece for the first time, and everybody got to meet the little Leo, so that was super fun. And we had, 5 kids and 5 adults in one house for almost a week. But it was really good to get away and to travel successfully with 2 babies. So my toddlers and Leo this morning.
Nice. Yeah. You should get a medal for traveling with 2 babies.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my gosh.
Awesome. And Miss Oji Mamacita?
Well, we had our Midwives, Mamas, and More festival last weekend, which was a blast. And tomorrow, we actually have another session of
Oh.
This is why I call him Dr. G.
Goshinsky, yeah.
Known as the and we're going to talk about vaccines. So,
oh yeah, I saw that promo. Good for you.
Yeah,
That's a hard conversation to navigate. So congratulations for even, just doing it and having it, because I think it needs to happen. When it doesn't happen, I think it's worse. So good for you.
Yeah, and MJ and I had talked about it for quite some time, and I was very, very apprehensive until I got to talk to Dr. Goshinsky.
Goshinsky.
Say it again.
Goshinsky.
Goshinsky. Because what I really like about him is how he presents things. He shows things historically, and he can show the benefits and the possible downsides to. So I think it's very respectful from both sides. And I really appreciate that. So I feel very good in that sense, that it's not going to be slanderous or scandalous, or, there won't be any name calling, that's for sure.
That's great. That's great.
Yeah, we really just want to educate, and that's what he did with us. So we were like, we have to share this.
Yeah. So that's what I've got going on.
Sweet.
And Miss
Awesome.
Mono's over here. So yeah.
Yes, you will make it through. You will make it through, Mama.
Dying.
So I think we might have, I got to give a little shout out too to Miss Jillian Davidson. I think she might be watching us live. So
Awesome. Hi, Rainbow Friends.
Yay.
So it's very chaotic, but it's fun. This is pretty much what every show looks like.
Yes, I think that's why we wanted to do this, because, this is life as a mom. You have to try to multitask, even though if you, whatever, you're good at, you got to throw that in, I guess.
I know that too.
Rachel.
Okay. Yes.
Why don't we go ahead and start
Mr. Milo's needing help this morning. Melissa, I'm just going to mute you and just unmute whenever you want. Okay. Okay.
Oh, poor Mama.
I know. Look at him.
Hey, Rachel.
Yeah.
Why don't you go ahead and give us your demo? Tell us what you've got for us today.
Okay, well, I'm going to move to the floor, so hopefully you can still be able to hear me.
Okay.
But what I recommend is for mamas at home to just set themselves up with a little refuge, an area where they can have, you only need this much space. So just like a little space where you can roll out a yoga mat, maybe a yoga block or a big fat book that you can use. And then I really recommend, especially for all of our low back tenderness and for moms, to have a rolled up blanket or pillow. And then I just wanted to kind of point out that if you are, for example, nursing or holding your baby and you just want to take a nice comfortable seat, you could even use that as an opportunity to get a couple moments of breathing and meditation in. One of my favorites is to do an alternate nostril breathing where you take your thumb and your pinky finger of your right hand, and then you plug, here, let me go ahead and nurse him, and you plug up the right nostril, you inhale through the left, and then you always switch after the inhale, so then you would exhale out the right. Sometimes you need a quick finish for this, so you switch, and then you inhale through the right nostril, and exhale through the left. This is called alternate nostril breathing. very balancing to the hormones, right? So just remember that you always switch out the inhale. And if you do that while you're nursing for like 5 minutes, I mean, you just sit up nice and tall and do that, it can be very balancing and really a sense of mental release. And
yeah, totally. What breathing will do for you.
Yeah, and I mean we're stuck breastfeeding for for sometimes 30-40 minutes. So why not take 5 or 10 minutes of that time to really connect to yourself, connect to your breath, and really take that moment to just fill yourself up, because so much of being a mom is just all this output. And so it's really important that we take time to really connect to ourselves and connect to your own heart. Another quick thing I want to go over is I'm a certified Reiki practitioner, Reiki level 2. And one time I was telling my mentor, gosh, I just don't have the Reiki in me. And she was like, let your baby Reiki you. So like when you're holding your baby, just remember that they are this huge soul in this little body, and just let their energy kind of fill you up, and their energy, like let them Reiki you in a sense. Like they're touching you, they're on, skin to skin contact here. So I just loved that too. Like, oh, like he is this sweet little soul. So why not kind of soak up some of that?
Yeah. So can you just explain like what Reiki is? Like, is it a type of yoga or?
Reiki is an energy healing, and so you work with the chakra points. So you just usually lie somebody down and you kind of feel and go over all their chakras, and then wherever you feel an imbalance, you would just send loving light through your hands. It's not coming from you. It's coming from source through you. And so you can kind of soak that up through your baby, because source is in all of us. And
right.
And so yeah, it's an energy healing. It's different than yoga. Okay. But it's something, people, I have a lot of friends who like go to hospice and do Reiki on people in hospice. But yeah, I like to do it on my babies. So for ear infections, for example, you could kind of put your hands on their ears, like if you have a kid who gets ear infections, and just kind of Reiki their ears, or feel, if you're feeling some imbalances in their body. And you can Reiki yourself. I'm a big fan of, rubbing my hands together, creating a little bit of heat, and then just kind of putting that over my eyes. It's very calming on the nervous system, and you can lay back into it.
So, Erin, you had a question?
Yeah, well, it was more a comment. That's what I was telling you about last week, MJ, when I was saying that you could use some kind of like balancing of your energy. Yeah, I think Reiki would be a really good option for you to.
Yeah, I actually went to a Reiki sound bath once, and oh my gosh, it was so awesome, because it was more about breathing, and it was also just listening to the sounds that were going on. But I'm not much of a meditating person, but I would really like to meditate, because I think it would help me. But he told me, just go with the sounds and let your thoughts go, and they'll just kind of bounce all over. And it was crazy where my thoughts went. Like, I went to my childhood, then I went to my, the other day, and it was just like so cool to just like let my mind go.
Awesome.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah, so yeah.
So, Rachel, what were you going to show us, since we're so distracted?
So, can I just do like a 5-minute demo then from here, or?
Yeah, that would be great.
So I'd like to kind of start, typically us moms, we have a lot of neck and shoulder pain because we're always hunched up. Our shoulders are like connected to our ears. And so in yoga, I like to bring a lot of space in this area, as well as low back. And then I also do some things with the wrists, because our wrists can really work from schlepping everything. And also just holding your baby. I noticed my forearms and my purple can get really sore just from the weight of his head even. So I'm going to kind of start with sitting on a block or a book. So it would go, so both sitting bones are supported there. If you don't have a block, you can just sit on your heels like this. And interlacing fingers, taking a couple wrist circles. Just circle at the wrist, sitting up nice and tall. Lift your chest, roll your shoulders back, and then go the opposite way. So just change circles. This is easy. And then a little breakdancing move. Woo. And then
I remember this. I was a child of the 80s.
just to get some space in the carpal. And then for a neck release pose, your right hand can kind of grab your heel, or if you're sitting on a chair, you can reach for that chair. Your left hand can reach out to the left. So let me mirror you guys. So right hand to your heel, reaching out with your left hand, and then gently bring your left ear towards your left shoulder, and feel like you're trying to draw this right shoulder down your back. And then I often adjust my gaze a little bit to find that sweet spot. You're trying to remember how long your neck is here, right?
Yeah.
And then one more breath here. Inhale. Exhale, slowly come up, and then just notice the difference from side to side. So hopefully that right side here. And then going to the other side, of course, so your left hand can hold out with that right hand. And pull that left shoulder down the back a little bit. So again, just getting as much muscle there as you can. And then a slight adjustment of your gaze until you can find like that bottleneck. Oh. So my right side, this side's a lot tighter. One more breath, huge inhale. And exhale, slowly come back. Couple shoulder shrugs. Look at you stand.
Like amazing what stretching, if we would just like take a little bit of time to stretch every day.
And the fact is, when you get down on the floor with that. So it's kind of nice. So it's like you're just bringing your hands out, lifting the arms up, and then exhale, contract the shoulders down the back, bring the elbows down, and just get that contraction in the upper back, and that's like a nice counterpose to all the lifting that we do. So let's just do like 4 more of those. Reach the hands out, bring them up, kind of drench this with meaning, bringing back all the goodness to yourself. Elbows and shoulders come in. A couple more. Inhale, reach out, up, and then exhale, shoulders down, elbows down. Last one, reach it out with an in-breath. Up, 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 lift up out of the low back, and then exhale, elbows and shoulders down. Good. And then let's go ahead and come onto our hands and knees. If you have a little playmate here, they sometimes like to lay right underneath you, spreading your fingers and toes. Inhale, arch the low back a little bit, not too much, because this part of we tend to get a big sway back. So I don't really want to emphasize so much the arch. I really want to emphasize more the length in the sides of the body and the opening of the collarbones here. And then on the exhale, tuck your tail, tuck your chin. I'm sure you guys have seen this one, cat-cow. So you can practice more back and forth here. Some other options I really like are to kind of rock. So you go forward on the inhale, and then exhale, you can rock back towards that child's pose as the elbows bend towards the floor. So that's a nice, this is a great release for the low back. Elbows down, sides of the neck free, and then get lots of space here in the low back. So a couple more of those. And then lastly, I like to, for my postpartum moms, and even this is great for prenatal as well, is to find more like these hip circles. So just kind of find this motion. You can bring your head and neck into it and really just loosen the all the way from the shoulders to the low back. Yeah, Cassie with it.
I'm sticking my booty out.
And then I always like, make sure everybody goes both directions. So
Yeah.
it's hard to feel the direction, but you guys want to go both. And yeah, this is a great one how MJ is doing, just to do the standing and do your hip circle standing. That's a great one for all mommies.
I love your little sweet one in there.
No.
Oh, look at this, all crooked.
How'd that feel?
So good.
Oh.
Sorry I'm not participating. My sweet Milo is finally just calming, so I'm just
don't
worry.
Yeah, no worries. No worries. Maybe you can do it later.
Yeah, I'm going to.
Yeah.
Yay!
So can I do 3 more poses, or is that my time?
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah.
So please pose. This is great for postpartum and prenatal. The hips stay nice and lifted. Walk the hands up, and then head comes down. And you just want to imagine someone pulling your outer hips back.
Right.
Nice.
That looks so nice.
Too tired to go if they're really postpartum and they don't want to do down dog. Down dog. So then, of course, you can do your down dog from here. Postpartum, I want moms to step their feet together. So, and then a nice release for the wrist comes with the fingertips. So that will actually strengthen your wrist quite a bit. And then right foot forward, left knee down. That left hand can come out to the left a little bit, and this is a great one to just inhale that arm up and exhale that hand down. So just getting some nice opening here. Just kind of release the low back, and then again, you're still getting that chest and shoulder opener that's so important. So, of course, you would do this one both sides. So that right knee can come back. You can always push up. Postpartum, I also would just kind of, when I was newly postpartum, maybe 4 weeks out, would just go into my down dog for like 3 minutes. So that right hand comes out, inhale up, exhale back. So you're getting a little pelvis release, you're getting a little back release, and then that nice shoulder opener here. Ah, this one feels so good.
Yeah. Oh, so nice. I can't wait to do that in a little while.
Definitely. Good. And, one of my go-to poses are just like coming up to your knees, interlacing your hands behind your back. This is so important for us. Again, it's that and all the lifting and, we constantly stare down at your babies, especially that here. So just kind of remember shoulders away from ears is your mantra that first year of motherhood.
I'm doing it now. It's like
that feels so good.
Yeah. So there's you can straighten your arms and do this stretch for a little bit more upper back engagement. You can press the palms together, bend the elbows, and that gives you a little bit more upper back work. That one.
Gotcha.
Oh, wow.
One more standing on your knees or even standing all the way up. And this is a little bit of a core work for postnatal, of course. You just draw that belly. And you never want to crunch your belly when you're pregnant. Your belly's always soft and watery when we're pregnant. In postnatal, we really want to remember that. So back, reach one hand up and go over to the side. Inhale up, switch, hug the belly in, and go over. Ah, this one feels really good.
Oh, that does feel good.
It just gives you that, a little bit of that core work, kind of inviting. Oh, stretch it out.
I'm sorry, but this is relaxing me so much that I can't stop yawning.
That's good. And I mean, this stuff is pretty easy. And again, your baby likes to be here kind of with you doing this. I mean, they do pull hair and crawl on you. And then some take the legs out nice and wide. I do this both prenatal and postnatal. Walk the hands out, and you get a nice low back opener here. So again, your hips want to follow your head, but don't let them. Can you guys see this okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
Sorry.
No, don't worry. Put your hips back. And
Where did MJ go?
I'm just stretching.
so this is a great one. And then I like to bring the hands back underneath the heart and do, since it's superhero day, this is Spidey pose.
Nice.
Just moving that energy through the low back. I just call this like Spidey pose. You're just kind of scaling
Spidey pose. Yeah.
Yeah. So again, pubic bone, tailbone reaching back, heart and the front of the body nice and long, reaching forward. And this feels really great for the pelvis and just to get some of that energy moving.
Spider-Man pose. Spider-Man pose.
Probably would want to just finish with some kind of twist. So you could come to, this is great for hip opener. So you cross the leg tightly, and then this is a nice postpartum hip opener because we don't want legs postpartum. We want everything to kind of come back. So see how my knees are stacked, my feet are really active. I can sit up nice and tall, or if I want to go deeper into the hips, I can stack one hand on top of the other, bring my forehead down, or even come here, reach your sitting bones back. And this is a great pelvis opener without like having the legs splayed out really wide.
Oh,
So,
that's a good one.
yeah, this one feels so good. You're just really opening here, the pelvis and the low back. And then, of course, you would inhale to come up. You can do a little flip of the legs, squeeze the thighs together. So this just kind of helps those bones and those ligaments to come back, once we've given birth. So this, these are kind of all for that first 6 to 8 months postpartum, of course, 4 to 6 weeks, 6 to 8 weeks, excuse me, after giving birth.
Nice.
About forward, and then just nice to do a twist, some kind of twist. So just even simple cross-legged and then twisting from side to side. That's so great on the low back. There's so many different twists you can do. So sometimes I even go back and forth. Sometimes if your baby is lying down, you could go side to side and give them a little something to look at. I like to call this my windmill pose. You know how our babies love holding hands.
Yeah.
So they love to just watch this, and then you could always go up and tickle, 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 tickle baby if they're right there. And then I just want to finish with like a spinal roll. So hugging the knees in and staying off the neck, just going up to the shoulders, tucking your chin a little bit to roll down and kind of roll out the spine this way. This feels really good. And again, as you can see, Leo's like digging it. He's like, what's my mama doing?
Yeah,
That's
totally.
so sweet.
So this is really good. And then to bring some core, you could use your belly and balance here. So even, 12 months postpartum, I still need a little support here. I can't go into that full outstretched pose. So no, hi. No.
Oh, they froze.
Back massage, and then that little core work. So that's about it.
That was awesome. Thank you.
Yay.
My biggest
Totally
challenge
awesome.
as a mom is getting out to yoga classes. I have this big intention, like MJ said, to like meditate more, go to yoga more, and it's just not happening. And I feel like you just gave me some concrete, simple ideas that I can do in my living room. So thank you.
You're right. So welcome. And that breathing, that alternate nostril breathing, it's really great. I use that for meditating, and I also will do like breathe in infinite peace, breathe out fear and anxiety. So that's kind of what I mentally like. Breathe in infinite joy, exhale out all restlessness inside and around the body. So you're kind of bringing that mental meditation into it.
So I really would like us to do like a Google Hangout meditation session with you, Rachel, or even just a simple yoga session like that. Have us all off camera, of course, not live, but I think it would be really neat if we could do that.
I would love that.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Meditation sequence here. But I teach a class in the park. You've both been there. And
yeah, and you also teach at Hatha Yoga, right?
at Hatha Yoga is where I teach my prenatal, my postnatal classes, and we have all the blankets and bolsters, and we can do all these restorative poses. But, you know, like at home, if you can just get 10 minutes a day of some of the stuff in, I mean, it will really, like, start your day that way. It will really set the tone for your entire day. I mean, I'm a yoga teacher, and I still have a hard time doing it. But, you know, like I said, sometimes I just get on the floor and just do whatever my body is craving. And the kids, it's playful for them. It's fun for them. And it just opens things up. So it really can change the whole day. So I hope that some of those things feel doable and accessible, and it doesn't have to be any crazy, you know, handstands or whatever. That's not what we're looking for. The yoga evolves with motherhood. That's what's so great about it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, well, I can tell you that those few moves that I was able to do here with you, I can already feel the difference. I already feel a little bit calmer, and on days like today, any calmness is welcome.
Yeah. And then usually the kids end up getting into it. Like, you know, Jay's almost 4, and he has his own mat and comes and sits and does stuff with me until he says, "This is boring." And I'm like, okay, go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, Cosmic Kids Yoga is a great yoga video I bought off Amazon. Lisa Howe recommended it in our Facebook group one time. But Ella loves it. It's very, like, fast-paced. And she has, like, 4 15-minute classes in one video. So often I put that on for Ella, you know, my 2-year, almost 9-month-old. And then I come on the floor and do my own yoga. So
yeah.
or I, you know, sometimes put her up on my. You can do things with the baby, like acro yoga type stuff with the babies. They like that.
Yeah.
Definitely. Oh, cool.
Thank you so much. I'm so glad I could share with you.
Thank you. Oh my gosh, thank you, Mama. That was awesome. And I've been to Rachel's yoga in the park, so it's OG, and oh my God, it's such a different experience to do yoga out in the open.
It was so nice. Yeah. So nice. Yeah.
Relaxing with the nature and the birds, and it feels good.
Totally.
Yeah, because being in nature grounds us, especially if we're barefoot. I mean, we know that. So also even ground our breathing and really slow our consciousness to be at one. That makes the most sense.
Yeah.
All yoga studios should be outside. Too bad we all don't live in San Diego.
I know. Or yoga on the beach. That's the one I want to do too.
Let's do that, Rachel.
I'm so like a water person. I absolutely love water. So, yeah.
Yeah, I would love to. We could totally set something up. We could go live out there on the beach.
Ooh, that sounds pretty.
I totally want to do that. I'm totally there.
Awesome.
Great.
Okay, Mamas, well, let's talk to Melissa a little bit because we have an episode coming up for All Things Crunchy that I asked Melissa to come on. And because you have 3 boys who love superheroes, right? So my little Jay just got into Spider-Man, and now he's into Iron Man, and Daddy has really been getting him interested in lots of those superheroes, and I'm just finding it hard to peacefully parent a child who, I'm just trying to find the tools to embrace his love of the superheroes, but also try to, you know, teach him that you can't hit Mom and Dad. I know you're trying to fight like they do, but so I thought we needed a show like this, and so, you know, I wanted you to come on today because we love having you on, but also, also just wanted to, I think one of my main things, and I don't know what tips you're going to have, I don't want you to share too much, but with when they start to fight, and how to teach them, okay, when is it, like, you know, we're trying to teach them, and I don't know if this is the way to go, but you have to pretend to hit us. You can't really make contact. And then, that separation between your friends and not hitting your friends. And, I don't really know exactly the best way to do it. So I need your help, Mama.
Well, I can surely share with you what we've done. You want to come sit by me? And it's kind of...
We could take the plate off, but we couldn't take the
one
plate
second,
off.
okay. Ours has kind of grown organically because I think, like most parents, both boys and girls alike, see a lot of media pictures, and then they have a lot of questions. So we don't use... could you come sit back here with me? I'd love for you to be with me. We don't use television or watch movies for superheroes, so our biggest challenge was really like manipulating the stories. So we tell stories at night. So I'll share with you some of the things that we do, and then there's no one here to say that superheroes need to hit either. So of course some superheroes may use their powers, and we can talk about that. We can talk about what power means and kind of how we as parents, if you choose to, one second, okay, peacefully parent, how to kind of help those superheroes emit love and peace, and really superheroes are here to help. So
yeah,
it really depends on everybody's, but I can at least share with you what I've done, and I think you're going to have the beautiful Rachel Rainbow on as well, and she had some really great ideas for me too. I don't mind that you're here. Would you come sit back with me?
Yeah, she has an awesome article that we'll share too, and the tips that she gives in that article are just, it's awesome because it kind of changes it around, like you're talking about with the powers that these superheroes have, and they don't have to keep those powers that were given to them. They can have them interchange, or they can change totally. But just I know that this love that he has for superheroes, we can have the ability to teach him like respect and flexibility and empathy, and that's I don't want to take that away from him, and I want to use it in a positive way.
Right. Role playing is really key. Sharing what kinds of things they do when things do come up, and it's a great way to play out things that happen on the playground, things that happen at school, things that happen with siblings, and things that happen with mommy and daddy. So there's some really great ways you can kind of navigate some of the stuff that they do, depending on how you've shared with them what these superheroes have as far as powers.
Mom?
I'm almost finished, and I'd love to talk to you about it. Could you just give me one more minute, sweetie?
Yes.
So, yeah, I can't wait for the show, and I'm excited to hear what Rachel says, too. So,
yeah, definitely.
Come back
now,
here, your face a little
without
better.
sharing too much, have you had to deal with the problem of our kids trying to fight with us, or trying to fight you as mom and dad, and trying to fight with each other, or?
It's interesting. My husband and I worked really hard at keeping guns out of the vernacular and out of the play for a long time, and then my son started kindergarten. And whether you call it kindergarten, your neighbors, park play, someone's going to introduce the concept. Yeah. So it's like anything else. Let's talk about what this is, and let's talk about what this means, and let's talk about what this does. And there are ways to use your powers for good, and there are ways that you can kind of share what that might look like if you're going to use one. So we've navigated. We're still navigating. We're all sponges, and we're all subject to what someone says or does in our environment, and how we behave and how we react is partly how we as parents can superhero too.
Yeah. Awesome. Oh my God, I can't wait for this episode. And I found a really cool company I want to bring up just to promote them real quick, because they gave us a free shipping code. They're called Great Pretenders, and they're in Canada, so it's www.greatpretenders.ca, and for they have tons of really quality costumes for girls and boys, and so I came across a Spider-Man cape, and they had cuffs and a mask and I found it in Geppetto's in the mall, and so I just took a picture of the tag and everything. So I contacted the company, and they are right now have a free shipping in May. I don't know how long it goes for, but the code is right there, FSMAY 15. It's a really cool company. I think that, you know, just getting away from the plastic toys too is like kind of a big thing in our house. So this is seems to be, I don't have anything to feel and touch just yet, but really quality costumes and stuff that'll be fun for the kids.
So, you know, if you don't even need to, you can take a hand towel. We've used hand towels. We've tie-dyed hand towels. Benjamin, no thank you. I asked you very nicely, bud. Please don't. Superheroes sometimes can be very gender specific, and I really am I'll just, again, share my opinions on what I think about that, because plenty of girls get frustrated that there aren't girl superheroes, but girls want to be Spider-Man as well.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we can talk about it. I'm excited.
I'm super excited because I have been wanting to do shows on comics and superheroes for literally years now. Back when we were doing podcasts, it's been a topic that I just absolutely love, and I really think that the geek mom is underrepresented. So I'm very
She doesn't even have to be geek. You know, what happens is our kids are the ones that bring it to us. I never thought, I can tell you right now, I never thought I would buy a Marvel or DC comic anything. And they kind of rule my life right now. So the truth is like sometimes they bring it to you. I mean, I didn't know I would be looking up superheroes on Wikipedia, trying to get what their powers were and what they have, and whether they're a god that behaves like a man or a man that wants to be super. It's unbelievable what you learn when your kids tell you it's important to them, you know?
Yeah,
that's so great.
We went to the library, and it was, I mean, we have this huge DC comics encyclopedia that we just go through and look up, and, you know, obviously the pictures kind of capture Jay right now, but then I'll read the whole thing, and he'll sit there, like, intently.
Okay, come sit back here, Sidey. They can't see you.
Look at him! Come here.
Yeah, we have, I'll share with you our organic cosplay costumes and how they came to be and in our house, and some secrets I have about kids who really love to dress up and play. What we've done.
I used all of it.
No thank you spray. Okay, no thank you spray on the screen, okay? So, yeah, I'm excited to talk about this. Is one of my favorite subjects, and we are in an education school that really discourages screen time and certain types of characters. So if you are not into maybe a specific superhero, I can talk to you about what we've done to kind of organically design a superhero that has more to do with your child and what your child wants to be and what their powers are. So this is our favorite subject around here.
Spider-Man.
Awesome. I know you're trying to show your Spider-Man, right?
Look at you! Awesome pajamas. We have pajamas on too. I have a Spider-Man and a Superman pajama guys today.
Yay! Can you hear her?
Okay,
Awesome.
mamas, I'm really excited and looking forward to the show. But I'm done right now.
I know we're getting I'm getting sprayed and no thank you. No thank you.
Yeah,
No,
I
thank
think
you.
the kids have had enough of our attention elsewhere, and I really appreciate the time that you've given us this morning. And either MJ has frozen or really is frozen.
I see her.
Yeah.
Is she moving? There she is.
I'm here. So check out Mama Tribe Network on Facebook and Google+. We were promoting all of the shows we have upcoming, and you can check everything out and find out when everything is. And just email us if you have any issues about getting on and seeing any of our shows, because we'd be happy to help you.
Headphones. Hey, wait, don't move your arm.
All
right.
Mama.
Us too.
Rachel's still there. Bye, Rachel.
Bye, Rachel. Thank you. Bye, Melissa.
Melissa. I'm going to stop broadcast, but you guys can stay on if you want.
Bye.
Bye, Yogi.
Bye-bye.
Bye.